What's good, everybody? Sam Dog, the infamous 253, coming at you guys now with the NFL 2019 Week 8 game picks. I am joined through the power of speakerphone by Dallas Stewart. Dallas, say what's up, man.
What is going on, YouTube? We're at the halfway point now of the 2019 NFL regular season. It's going by quick.
Yeah, it is going by fast. Luckily, we're 5-2. I mean, obviously, it sucks that way that we lost, but you gotta give props to the Ravens where they deserve. They definitely deserve to win that game where we shot ourselves in the foot, But obviously, we're on to Atlanta, so let's get on. First, we're gonna start out with the Thursday night game: Washington Redskins versus the Minnesota Vikings. The Redskins were surprisingly in that game the entire time with the 49ers, but they gave up 3 Robbie Gould field goals, and they were playing in a monsoon.
They really were.
Yeah, but they still lost 9-0. Couldn't get anything going in that game. Minnesota Vikings coming off of a big win over the Detroit Lions this week, which obviously the Lions just made a trade with us, which you saw in my past video. But Minnesota Vikings are rolling, trying to keep pace with Green Bay, and I like them getting a big win on primetime on Thursday night. So safe to say we're going with the Minnesota Vikings. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm going with the Vikings as well. I think, this is a revenge game for Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is going to mop the floor with them.
I think he gets revenge on the team that he led to a division title back in 2015.
I agree too. Kirk Cousins is gonna want major revenge.
Who's gonna be starting for Washington?
I don't know. Is it Case Keenum again? Because I think Case Keenum is starting.
He's not gonna get his revenge on the Vikings.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Well,
this would be a huge upset if it happened, but it won't.
No doubt about that. All right, up next, we got our game, Seattle Seahawks taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons just got blown out by the Rams. We basically laid an egg, shot ourselves in the foot with some self-inflicted wounds, which obviously we're still pissed about. And, I mean, let Lamar Jackson, we failed on that gap containment to, keep Lamar Jackson in the pocket. Weren't able to hit him, and obviously he ran in that touchdown. But the positive out of that game was how the secondary played a little better, where Marquise Blair was looking great out there. He made some plays on the ball. Trey Flowers actually did a little better. He batted some passes away. And, I mean, I don't know if it was the rain, but the rain did kind of have some effects. I know we basically blew it away with, Wilson throwing that pick six to Marcus Peters, and then DK Metcalf fumbling it, and Marlon Humphreys taking it to the house, which basically what signaled the end of the game, which I was basically out after that. And I mean, we just shot ourselves in the foot, and there's one thing I freaking hate more than anything. I hate losing at home, and you've heard me vent out frustrations about losing at home too, especially.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then, I mean, so far, but we're undefeated on the road. We're 3-0 on the road. Good chance to bounce back, and I gotta say this, we better blow these Falcons out, man. We better fucking blow this team out. I'm taking the Seahawks to get a big win here, but the reason why I want to blow these guys out is a blowout in this season is a confidence booster for our defense. And right now, we need a confidence booster for our defense. I mean, we just traded for Quandre Diggs. Hopefully, we can get some interceptions and some sacks. And for the record, the Falcons might be without Matt Ryan this week, which they might have to go with Matt Schaub. We could be seeing Schaub again, which we haven't seen Schaub since 2013 when Richard Sherman picked sixth them in 2013, the year that we won the Super Bowl. So I'm going with the Seahawks, bouncing back, getting a big win at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. But I want to see us do it in a blowout. I'm taking the Seahawks.
Yeah, I got to take the Seahawks as well. The Falcons are just a train wreck right now. I have to be one of the biggest disappointments in the entire league. Dan Quinn could be shown the door sooner rather than later. It's just been a nightmare season for the Falcons. And they just traded Mohamed Sanu today.
To the New England Patriots.
Feels like they're tanking this year.
I don't know, man. Maybe that could be the case. So shout out to DJ Jazzy Jeff Real Talk, who's a Falcons fan. David in Atlanta, who is another Falcons fan. A couple of friends that are Falcons fans. I mean, I know y'all having, negative vibes with the season, but, I mean, if it turns out to be what it is, I mean, at least you'll have a good draft pick in the draft. But who knows? I mean, Falcons, though, they haven't been the same since they blew that Super Bowl lead.
No. It's carried over for the last few years.
Yeah, but like I said, Seahawk-wise, we got to blow these guys out and get confidence in our defense. We have to gain some confidence in our defense and our offense and get some confidence. I hope DK Metcalf. I mean, it sucks that he had the fumble, trying to switch the ball to his other hand. But this needs to be a bounce back game for Metcalf, and obviously a bounce back game for our defense and Russell Wilson. So I would like to see this be a game where we at least toss 6 touchdown passes, if not have a pick 6 or so in this game. So bounce back game for the Seahawks, but we have to blow them out to put confidence in our defense. So Seahawks win big at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah, and now they're chasing Green Bay, San Francisco, and
the Saints.
New Orleans.
Yeah, which...
See, now, that loss to Baltimore could have a...
effect.
I mean, effect at the end of the year in terms of seeding.
Yeah, it will have an effect.
It could be the difference between winning the division and getting a wild card.
But let's be real, and I said this before, my dad told me this, the only way we win the division, and I mean, not saying it's going to happen, but if it happens, I think the only way we would have a legitimate chance of winning the division is going 12-4.
12-4 seems like that's the only way.
Yeah. All right.
San Francisco's schedule does get hard at the end of November, early December.
Actually, it gets hard this week. They're playing Carolina.
Not a gimme.
Not a gimme at all. But should we get on to the next game?
Yeah.
All right, next game. Los Angeles Chargers going to Soldier Field to take on Mitchell Trubisky, Khalil Mack, and the Chicago Bears. The Chargers coming off of another disappointing loss. They lost to Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans. And the Chicago Bears, they ended up losing to... Who did the Bears lose to last week?
The Saints.
Oh, yeah, that's right. New Orleans Saints with
A couple of garbage time touchdowns.
By Mitchell Trubisky, and then Teddy Bridgewater was still quarterbacking the Saints and leading them to victory, obviously. So there was that. But yeah, Chargers and Bears, 2 big disappointments this season, in my opinion. You know, I mean, what happened to them? I mean, the Bears. I mean, Trubisky was playing his best football last year when he led them to that division title, until Cody Parkey double doinked him out of the playoffs against Philly, and the Chargers. You know. I mean, what is up with them right now? I mean, the Chargers to me are a shocker this year of a disappointment. Shocker of a disappointment because obviously, you know, the Chargers being a lightning bolt, and you know, I mean, it's unfortunate for what they're going through. Obviously, still missing Derwin James and not going to get him back till December, which it might be too little, too late. And the Bears, you know, I mean, they've taken a turn. Maybe taking a little turn for the worse, but I mean, I can still see them bouncing back. But I like the Bears at home in this one, so I'm going to take the Chicago Bears to continue the Chargers' disappointing season. So I'm taking the Bears to get a win at home.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bears as well to bounce back after that tough loss against the Saints. I'm just losing all faith in the Chargers. Them and the Falcons. I mean, those have to be like the 2 most disappointing teams. Maybe at Tennessee on the list. A lot of people expected the Chargers to do something this year. Maybe so they were kind of a sleeper pick to win the AFC West. But it hasn't worked out. Anthony Lynn could be in trouble. Who knows? But I just got to go with the Bears.
Yeah, you and me both. All right. Up next, we got the New York Giants taking on the Detroit Lions. The Lions just traded us Diggs, and obviously now the Lions they lost Kerryon Johnson. They lost Kerryon Johnson for the year at running back. Don't remember what the injury was, and the Giants. Wow. The Giants coming off of that loss to the Arizona Cardinals, 27-21. They were in it, but they couldn't get it done. But Detroit, back-to-back disappointing losses against the Packers and the Vikings, and two straight divisional losses. I mean, Giants, obviously, we know how bad they are right now, too. They're in a slump, even with Daniel Jones at quarterback. But, I mean, I know Detroit just traded us Quandre Diggs, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. But it's a home game for the Lions, and I'm gonna take Detroit to bounce back. I think they're still slightly better than the Giants. Unfortunately, I mean, shout out to my friend fellow YouTubers that I know that are Giants fans, and some of the YouTubers that are Lions fans out there. Shout out to you guys too. But I'm gonna take the Lions to get this win over the Giants. I think they're slightly better than the Giants at this part of the season. So I'm gonna go with Detroit.
Yeah, I gotta go with Detroit as well. But it just seems like they're starting to melt down and collapse a little bit. But I still think they're a better team than the Giants. That's a big loss losing Kerryon Johnson for the year, though.
It is.
That's going to affect them big time. But I like them to end their 2-game losing streak and get to... Would they get above 500?
I don't know. What
would they be 4-3-1?
Maybe. I think they would be.
Yeah, I think they'd get above 500. Yeah, that North, every team is what? At least 500 or below. Every team's still somewhat kind of in it.
Yeah.
But I got to go with Detroit.
Yeah, all right. Up next, we got the New York Jets taking on, with Sam Darnold taking on, who just got blown out, shut out by the Patriots, taking on Minshew Magic and the Jacksonville Jaguars. We got basically USC versus Washington State NFL edition, with Sam Darnold taking on the Mustache Man, Gardner Minshew. The Jags are coming off of a big win against the Cincinnati Bengals. But let's be real, that was Cincinnati. They beat Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati only lost by 7 points to them, though, so they were kind of in it. And the Jets, they looked like a train wreck in that game against the Patriots, even though they had Sam Darnold back and C.J. Mosley back, but they got shut out by that Patriot defense, which, let's be real, that Patriot defense is probably the reason why Patriots will probably be in the Super Bowl this again. Let's be real with that, because they got a damn good defense this year. And obviously they just traded for Mohamed Sanu. But back to the Jets and the Jaguars. I mean, the Jets are 1-6, and what's the Jaguars' record right now?
I think the Jets are actually 1-5. I believe they had a bye.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did have a bye.
They had a bye.
And what about the Jacksonville Jaguars?
I think 3-4.
Yeah, 3-4. And
they're still in it in the AFC South, though.
Yeah, and Minshew still playing some good football.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take. I mean, shout out Gangrene David. I just talked to him about the phone. I just talked to him on the phone about the Quandre Diggs trade, because Quandre Diggs was the one that pick six Sam Darnold's first career pass in the NFL. Did you know that, Dallas?
I didn't know that. Wait, was it in the Monday night game last year?
It was the Monday night game last year.
Oh, I did not know that. Wait, the one where the Jets blew him out?
Yeah, that one.
Wow.
All right. But back to that. I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars in this one. I like what they're... obviously, the Jacksonville defense, they got a little bit of an advantage. I think I'll take the Jaguars to get back to 500 in this one. So I'm going to go Jags over the Jets in this one.
I'm going to go Jags as well to get back to 500. I like that meme on Facebook. What did you tell me for the Jets? Just end the season.
Yeah.
That's an accurate description. Isn't it? Just end the season.
At this point, it's a pretty 100% accurate.
It's an accurate description, yeah. That's the feeling if you're a Jet fan. At least I'm not a Jet fan.
Sorry, Jet Central, and sorry, Gangrene David. I mean, yeah. I like...
Sorry, but your team's a dumpster fire.
Yeah. All right. This would be just a gimme. Up next, we got the first of the Wembley games in London. We got the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Los Angeles Rams, who just blew out the Falcons last week with Jalen Ramsey being a force with that fumble earlier. It's obvious the Rams are gonna demolish the Bengals in London. I'm taking the Rams.
I'm taking the Rams to just throttle the Bengals and get to 5-3 at the halfway point. The Bengals have a decent. Them and the Dolphins have a really good chance. One of them is going to get the #1 pick, I believe. It might be the Bengals. It might be the Dolphins. Who knows?
Who gets Tua?
The Bengals are an absolute train wreck.
Who gets Tua? Who gets Justin Herbert?
Yeah. I think the Bengals play the Dolphins in December.
They do.
Do you think both teams will be winless when they play each other? More than likely, yeah.
Probably.
Someone might get their first win.
All right. Here's a good one for the next game. A couple of other bad. I mean, obviously, we know one of these teams beat the Los Angeles Rams, and one of them just beat one of them just coming off of a win against the Chargers. So it could be a little interesting. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Tennessee Titans, except obviously the Titans are starting Ryan Tannehill, and obviously the Buccaneers are still having Jameis Winston. So Jameis is still standing while Mariota's on the bench, where Mariota beat Jameis the last time these two played, which was week 1 of their rookie seasons, where it was Jameis versus Mariota, and Mariota just came out on top, obviously. Woo! But, the Titans just came up that big win, and the Buccaneers... Did the Buccaneers have a bye week last week?
Yeah, they had a bye because the week before that they lost.
They lost
in London to Carolina.
That's right, they did lose to Carolina. But yeah, I mean, it's a good one. I mean, but the Chargers, man, they won a game with the Titans. The Titans won a game with Ryan Tannehill, and they beat the Chargers. They held up on the goal line, stopping Melvin Gordon twice at the goal line. It'll be this one. I'm gonna lean toward the Titans at home on this one. I'm gonna take the Titans in this one. This is a toss up for me, but I'm gonna go Tennessee with this one.
I probably gotta go with Tennessee as well. The quarterback situation in Tampa Bay, I'm just not sure about.
And remember, Titans have a quarterback situation too.
Yeah, they have a quarterback situation too. Mariota's days in Tennessee could be numbered. Who knows?
I mean,
That's pretty sad when you get benched for Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, who obviously his last win as a starting quarterback was, I think, the Miami Miracle last year.
Wow.
Oh, man. But
so we like Tennessee. I believe they would be getting to 500.
Yeah. But also, once we make our picks, there's no turning back changing them, obviously. That's how we do our picks. Once we make the pick, we stick with it. All right. Up next, we got the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Buffalo Bills. The Philadelphia Eagles just got pistol whipped by the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football, where Carson Wentz just looked bad, and also some Eagles fans on YouTube want Nelson Aguilar out because I think Aguilar gave up on a play, and then I think Alshon Jeffrey said some comment, which some Eagle fan on there, I won't say his name, was talking some crap, wanting Alshon Jeffrey out, where Alshon Jeffrey's a pretty damn good receiver. Buffalo Bills, I think the Bills are just coming off of who did the Bills beat last week?
They beat the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah, of course they beat the Dolphins. That was an obvious given. Buffalo has one of the best defenses in the league right now, too, and I like the way they've been playing. They've been playing football. I mean, they're the only team that gave New England a good run so far this season and kept it close in this one. And Josh Allen other than the Josh Allen interceptions in that game, but Josh Allen's been holding his own, still doing it. Bills got a good defense in this one, and you know what? The Bills are at home. Take on Philly. I like the Bills to get a win over the Eagles in here. The Eagles are kind of falling apart, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Bills.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bills as well. I've liked what I've seen from them this year. Their defense is good.
They are.
I mean, they held Brady and company in check. The Eagles just seem to be reeling, and I think they're on the list of disappointments.
You could say
that. A
that.
lot of people had high expectations.
Yeah.
Super Bowl expectations some analysts had.
And
so I would add them to the list of disappointments as well.
Yeah, shout out to Philly 500 and Spunky 1991, two Eagles fans I know on the YouTube game. And, of course, my buddy Philly Joyle, man, shout out to him too. I mean, but yeah.
They're the reason that the Packers are undefeated.
Yeah, the Eagles are the reason the Packers aren't undefeated.
That's the Packers' only loss.
You think the Eagles are starting to regret the Nick Foles? I mean, not keeping Nick Foles.
Maybe.
Who knows? We'll find out this one. But we got Bills. Up next, we got the Denver Broncos taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are in first place in the AFC South. Surprisingly, they just came off of a big win with Jacoby Brissett. Obviously, still Jacoby Brissett beating the Houston Texans. I think that game was in Houston, and the Denver Broncos. Did the Broncos have a bye week? No, they couldn't have had a bye week. I think Dallas.
Who did Denver play?
I don't remember.
Oh no, they got blown out by the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Thursday Night Football. Crap, man.
They injured Mahomes.
Yeah, they injured Patrick Mahomes, but yet they still gave up a defensive score. They got blown out by the Chiefs on Thursday Night Football, and the Colts beat the Houston Texans. The game's in Indianapolis. Yeah, the game's at Indianapolis, and the Colts surprisingly lead the AFC South. And I like them getting a win against the Broncos here. So I'm gonna go with Indianapolis at home.
Yeah, I'm taking Indianapolis at home. They've been probably the biggest surprise. Who would have thought that they'd be leading the South or AFC South right now?
No one.
Andrew Luck.
And they're leading the AFC South post Andrew Luck. You're right, man. That is just
unbelievable. A good coaching job so far by
Frank Reich. Yeah, a.k.a. the man.
Keep the ship right.
Yeah, and of course the man who led the greatest comeback in NFL history, and with the Buffalo Bills in that comeback against the Houston Oilers back in the 90s. Oh man. All right, up next we got the Arizona Cardinals going to the Superdome to take on the Saints. Teddy Bridgewater is still on fire. It's only a matter of time until the Saints get Drew Brees back. Arizona's been on a 3-game win streak so far, which, Kyler Murray is obviously getting it together, and Cardinals are winning some games, but I think they're in for a letdown, so I'm taking the Saints.
I'm taking the Saints. They're rolling right now. They haven't missed Drew Brees one bit. Teddy Bridgewater, it seems to be jiving with those receivers.
And he's holding his own.
I think the Cardinals win streak comes to an end.
Yeah, but right now, Teddy Bridgewater is playing the best football of his career.
Yeah, even though an upset would definitely help the Seahawks, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah. All right, up next we got the Carolina Panthers coming off of the bye week, going to Levi Stadium to take on the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are obviously coming off of a 9-0 Robbie Gould field goal winning day against the Washington Redskins, where they looked rusty playing in that monsoon, but now they're at home. Carolina's coming off of a bye week where they beat Tampa Bay in London at Tottenham, and Kyle Allen has been looking really good too, man. Kyle Allen, he's playing some good football. And obviously, Carolina's defense, Luke Kuechly and Gerald McCoy, and that defense, Carolina's been playing some good defense too. Obviously, the 49ers, they have a pretty damn good defense too. But, if there's anything, I think this could be now another one of the other tests for the 49ers this year. Can they contain Christian McCaffrey and Kyle Allen is the question with that one, man. Yeah, but something, this is a week that I think the 49ers could lose. It's going to be an interesting one. This is just a best guess with this one, but I like Carolina's chances of going into Levi's and getting a win. I think they could go into Levi's and possibly hand Frisco their first L of the season. It'll be interesting, but whatever happens, happens. I know we control our own destiny, but if Carolina hands Frisco their first loss of the season, that could help us out. I'm kind of liking an upset on this one, so I'm going to go ahead and actually do one of the crazy. I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to pick Carolina to get an upset win in San Francisco. I never really do upset picks because we go with what we think might most likely happen and stuff too. Being realistic and stuff too. But this week, I'm actually going to try to roll the dice on an upset, and I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers to actually go in there and pull it off.
Yeah, this is a tough one to pick. It really is. But I think we're gonna have a split. I just gotta go with San Francisco to keep the momentum.
Already penciled in our initials.
Because San Francisco passed their first real test when they went into the Coliseum and kind of beat the Rams handedly.
Yeah, they did beat the Rams.
20 points. I know there was no Gurley in that game,
but Garoppolo still made mistakes throwing some interceptions. Remember that. But the only problem was, the only difference is now if Garoppolo throws interception in this game, I could see Carolina actually cashing in with Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you and me both know. I mean, we're both hoping for this to happen. You know, it's a guess, but I know we're splitting on this one. But be real, you hope Carolina pulls that upset, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I just gotta pick San Francisco because I think there just seems to be like their defense is strong. Their defense is really good right now. And
yeah.
They are playing
at Levi's.
They are playing at Levi's, and they're they're not playing a normal starting quarterback.
Yeah.
But he has filled in nice for Cam Newton.
And I think Kyle Allen
I think their winning streak comes to an end.
But you know something, though? I think Kyle Allen is actually going to become the franchise quarterback for the Panthers. He's looking like he's going to be the potential. And I think what Carolina should do, if it's the case, they should trade Cam Newton and get some draft stock for him.
Oh.
There could be a chance they could trade Cam Newton in the future.
Wow.
That's what I'm seeing on some...
That would happen.
Yeah, who knows? But anyway, that's a split. But obviously we're both hoping for that Carolina to pull something out of the hat in this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously we got rivals, but I mean, respect that they're where it's due. They're playing great. They're playing great. Frisco's playing some good football.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I gotta give them props. I mean, they probably nobody thought they'd be 6-0 at this point.
Nah.
I don't think anybody did.
But
and a lot of people thought they might contend in the NFC West, but the Seahawks fans or NFL fans just didn't see this coming.
Yeah.
Maybe they're still a year overdue.
Maybe, but they still got to play us on Monday night, which obviously we got that game next on our calendar, and so did the whole Seahawks team. But other than that, split on that one. Let's move to the next one, which that's probably going to be our only split, to be honest with you. Up next, we got the Oakland/future Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Houston Texans. The Texans obviously just lost to the Colts at home. Raiders got smacked by Aaron Rodgers. 6 touchdowns from, obviously 5 passes and a rushing touchdown from Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers just pistol whipped the Raiders in Lambeau Field last week. And the blows are going to keep on coming for the Raiders, as they got to go take on Deshaun Watson and the Texans team that's pissed about coming off of a divisional loss to the Indianapolis Colts at home. I'm taking the Houston Texans.
I'm taking the Texans as well. I believe maybe the Raiders' collapse started last week.
Yeah.
I think this season's only going to get away from them. Houston's going to be pissed after losing to Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah. A lot of teams are pissed about. A lot of teams are pissed about losing to Jacoby Brissett.
Oh yeah.
At least we didn't back in 2017.
No.
But the Niners did.
Yeah, that's right.
On Peyton Manning Day. That was in 2017, though. That was then. This is now. But let's go with it, man. We love having our fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Up next, we got the Cleveland Browns going to Foxborough to take on the Patriots. The Browns are coming off of their bye week where they, as we always say, Cleveland gonna Cleveland, and they Cleveland against us. Right?
They sure did.
Yeah, and let's be real. That win we won against Cleveland is now 2-4. And let's just say that win that we pulled against Cleveland might have what stops their playoff run with that one. I think, this might have started the collapse of Cleveland right here. I got the Patriots blowing them out.
Yeah, I got the Patriots in a row. Cleveland, I just think they were all hype.
I think
all
that hype for nothing, and we killed.
Yeah, for nothing. And Baker Mayfield pretty much handed that game to us on a silver platter.
Yeah, and we basically, I think with our win against the Browns, I think we basically killed Cleveland's playoff hopes. That game, that comeback that we pulled with Russell Wilson and those guys ended Cleveland's playoff hopes.
Yeah, because they pretty much, that was probably one of the worst first halves we've had all year.
And
it was a terrible first half.
Yep. But, in true Cleveland fashion, as the saying goes, say it with me, Dallas, Cleveland gonna Cleveland. Cleveland gonna Cleveland.
And maybe they just
Same
Sorry
old.
to all those Browns YouTubers out there.
Yeah, sorry, Browns YouTubers, including.
What would that be? Under to the max?
Say what?
Same old Browns.
Same old Browns.
Yep. You had he bet Norb. Did you see that?
Yeah, but he's one of the cool ones. If he connected with Norb, he's cool, man. He's cool.
Yeah.
What
and
was
he
it?
owned up to his bet by doing the Seahawks chant and wearing Seahawks gear.
Unger to the max, as you said his name was?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to him. He's cool, man. He's cool. It's unfortunate, but unfortunately we got to be realistic and say that we practically, I think, killed their playoff hopes, ended their playoff hopes on that one, because they got some tough opponents, and it doesn't get easier, especially.
And the Patriots are probably gonna dig the grave for their playoff hopes this week.
Yeah, it sucks coming off of a.
Put the dirt over it, and pretty much bury them in the grave.
So would you say we were nail in the coffin, and they're the dirt on the grave for the burial?
Yeah. The Patriots are gonna be the dirt on the grave.
And what sucks about it for Cleveland is they're coming off of a bye week to this matchup.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's that. Up next, Sunday Night Football. We got the Green Bay Packers taking on the Patrick Mahomes Chiefs. Since this is going to be one of the first weeks that the Chiefs will not have Patrick Mahomes, and we all know Aaron Rodgers is coming off of just killing and mass murdering the Raiders last week at Lambeau Field. So, it's unfortunate with the Chiefs losing Patrick Mahomes, to that injury. He's going to be out for a little while, but my dad was actually, through his wife's company, was going to go to that game in Arrowhead Stadium to see this game. He wishes Mahomes would have been in there. My dad's a Seahawks fan. I go to all Seahawks games with him though too, but it's through his wife's company to get to go in the Hunt family suite to watch this game. But I'm taking the Packers.
Yeah, I'm taking the Packers as well. And Mahomes is out. I just don't like their chances. They're saying maybe, but it'd be a stretch. I don't know if the Chiefs would want to risk it.
Nah.
Because he suffered what was it?
Something fractured kneecap.
Was it a fractured kneecap? And I heard the timetable was 4 to 6 weeks, and they're thinking, what, 4 weeks?
I don't know. We'll find out, man. But
we obviously Seahawks fans need the Packers to lose.
Yeah, but I don't see it happening.
What happens when you stub your toe at home?
What?
See what happens when you play a clunker at home?
Yeah.
3 teams are chasing now.
Yeah.
And we can't because they couldn't control their own destiny. They couldn't take care of business.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what happens.
Yeah, that's what happens. Now we're obviously chasing the 49ers, the Packers, and the Saints. But we got the Packers winning this one.
Yep.
Be a miracle if the Chiefs could pull this one off, but we don't see it happening. All right, last but not least, Monday Night Football. The Miami Dolphins taking on... Why is this even a Monday night game? But, oh yeah. The Dolphins taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Is Mason Rudolph back from the concussion yet?
He should be. They had a bye after they surprisingly went into LA and upset the Chargers, which we didn't see coming.
With Devlin Hodges, a.k.a. the Hodge Fellow.
Hodges.
The Hodge Fellow. Shout out Eric of Steel and Lady Steel and Steel Maiden. A couple of the other Steelers YouTubers. Taking on Miami Dolphins at home at Heinz Field. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys are getting Mason Rudolph back from the concussion, or if you guys are going to stick with the Hodge Fellow, who was a champion, who was a duck calling champion.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going with Pittsburgh.
I'm going with Pittsburgh. Miami's just absolutely dreadful. They couldn't even beat the Deadskins, as me and you nicknamed them a couple weeks ago. Was that their closest loss?
Yeah, it was 17-16.
I read a stat. They've given up 211 points or something like that, and they've scored 63. That's how bad they are.
All right. Yep.
I'm gonna call this the rocking chair game, because this is a game where you're just gonna want to sit in a rocking chair and fall asleep. I think I'd rather watch paint dry than watch this game.
The Steelers and the Dolphins.
That's a good nickname for
Oh!
It'll just put you to sleep.
Minkah Fitzpatrick's revenge game.
Oh, yeah.
Minkah Fitzpatrick revenge game, bro.
But I also like the rockin' chair game, because this is going to be a snoozer.
Yeah. All right, and that's that. So our only split is Panthers 49ers, but obviously we got Vikings over Redskins, and our Seahawks going in and pulling a blowout over the Falcons. Bears over the Chargers, Lions over the Giants, Jaguars over the Jets, Rams over the Bengals in London, Titans over Buccaneers, Bills over Eagles, Colts over Broncos, Saints over Cardinals, Texans over Raiders, Patriots burying the Browns for the season, Packers beating the Chiefs, and the Steelers beating the Dolphins. And that is our Week 8 game picks. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Drop your picks in the comments as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're new to that channel, if you're new to my channel, hit that sub button. Give me a little thumbs up and ring that bell, and let's keep the train rolling, Time for a bounce back for our Seahawks, and also hope for something else. But mainly, we just got to control our own destiny.
That's right.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Dallas, thank you once again for joining me. Hopefully next week we'll have TJ join us, because TJ thought we were going on a Wednesday. But, all right, that's my buddy TJ Lyon that I'm talking about, that he wanted to join in, but he thought we were going tomorrow. But anyway, me and Dallas about to sign off here. Thank you guys for tuning in. And if you ain't with it, you ain't infamous. And as always, go Seahawks. Welcome to the Seahawks. Diggs.